this edition of MCC TV. I'm Kelsey Carney.
I'm Chris Canole. Today we are highlighting some great clubs and activities here at MCC.
Are you tired of the city smog and want to venture out into nature? Natasha Young has a solution for you.
Hi, this is Natasha with MCC TV, and if you like being a part of the great outdoors, an Outdoor Adventure Club is for you. Being a part of this lively group is a great way to meet new friends and stay active, so come along with me on this MCC adventure. I've arrived at the Middlesex campus. Let's go see what the club members are up to. I'm with David, the president of the Outdoor Adventure Club. What do you guys do for the Outdoor Adventure Club?
Well, we do many things. We go hiking, we go snowboarding. We actually host an annual Scare Fest. We participate in the Winterfest, the annual Winterfest in Lowell. We pretty much do anything that has to do with the outdoors, but I like to let my members decide what specific things that they want to do.
So what benefits does joining the club have on MCC students?
By joining our clubs, you get to enjoy nature and get a different perspective of life. And it's pretty much a stress reliever. It's a time to, think back and reflect back and just relax.
How do you join the club?
We have a new thing called the Compass, and so you just have to go to MCC, locate the Compass. It's in student engagement. If you don't have a Compass, you just have to sign in and make one, and then you could just search for our club and then request to join, and then I'll have to accept it, and then that's how you join the club, yeah.
And last but not least, when does the club meet?
We meet every Thursday at 2:30. But for every semester, it differs because everybody's getting new schedules. So what I like to do is just send an email and have everybody send me what's the best time for them to join to be in the meeting, and then I get the information, and then we decide what day and what time.
It's Outdoor Adventures Club, and I really like being outdoors, and so far it's been really fun, and I like it. I've learned how to be more social. I think that I've just gotten to know people better, and I'm more outgoing than I was before.
I decided to join this club mostly because, as you know, it's the Outdoor Adventure Club. They do a lot of hiking and they have activities, because I think it'd be fun.
What would you say to students that want to join a club on campus?
I'd say go for it. Definitely join a club. It's awesome for when you're new, especially me. I'm a freshman. This is my first semester. When you start a club, you get to meet new people.
What has been your favorite experience while being a part of this club?
My favorite part was doing the volunteer work, because we went to a zoo this time and we got to see all the animals and get close. So it was very cute.
My favorite experience was when we went to Mount Jacora last year. It was a chance for me to get to know everybody, and it was my first time hiking.
How do you describe this club in 5 words or less?
Well, I would describe it as a very active club.
In 5 words or less, let me think about that. It's a fun new experience.
That's great. That's great.
That was exactly 5 words. Wow.
Well, thank you very much, Dee Dee. All right, have a good day.
Thanks, you too.
Join the Outdoor Adventure Club!
So there you have it, the Outdoor Adventure Club. This is Natasha reporting from MCC TV.
Thanks, Natasha. If you worked up an appetite from all that hiking, have we got a tasteful story for you. Our own Henry Tejeda with the bite that bites back.
Supers is the best. Yeah.
Definitely Supers.
Supers pizza.
Many of you are aware of the Supers in Lowell, but are you aware of the newer restaurant located in Pelham, New Hampshire? Here they offer a 2-foot-long version of their famous fat subs in the form of a food challenge. Let's take a look. We're here in the Supers in Pelham. We're going to check out what's so big about this challenge. It's your most famous fat sub.
The fat chicken.
What goes in it?
Fat chicken has mozzarella sticks, chicken fingers, french fries, mozzarella cheese, and marinara sauce. Toasted in the oven.
Alrighty. And have you ever seen anyone complete it?
Not yet.
What's your favorite thing on the menu?
Probably the fat chicken.
What makes your pizza different from all the rest?
Fresh ingredients, hand stretched, made to perfection.
How did you come up with the Super Fat Challenge?
Selling a lot of fat chicken subs, offering 2-foot subs as well. We decided to make it a little more interesting and make a 2-foot super fat challenge.
So what's your favorite thing on the menu?
The Big Mac pizza.
Have you ever seen anyone complete the Super Fat Challenge?
I have not.
Do you think you can do it?
No.
Why not?
It's too big. Couldn't do it.
So how large is your biggest pizza?
It's 3 pounds, 18 inches.
And what do you get when you win the Super's Fat Challenge?
You get $60 gift card, the Pinball Wizard, and $60 gift card, the Chunkies.
All right, thank you for your time. Thank you. What's your favorite thing on the menu?
It's steak and cheese.
Have you ever seen anyone complete the Super's Fat Sub?
I have actually not seen anyone even attempt to do the Super's Fat Sub. I would love to see it though.
All right, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Super's Fat Challenge?
The what?
The Super's Sub Fat Challenge.
No, I haven't, no.
Alrighty, it's actually a 2-foot long sub filled with fries, mozzarella sticks, and cheese bites, and all this crazy
At my
stuff.
age, if I ate all that, they'd find me on the ground because I happen to be 81.
Okay, this is Henry reporting live from Super's Pizzas and Sub in Pelham, New Hampshire. Back to you.
Thanks for that, Henry. I'm not sure I'm hungry anymore. Up next, we go to Linda Thatch, who has the word about an exciting group of young poets called Free Verse that are pushing the limits of expression.
For many Middlesex students, poetry only exists in English class, but for a group of ambitious artists from Lowell, they're taking it to new heights.
Your hand. I sat admiring your profile whole car ride. You took your eyes off the road twice.
All right, my name is Masada Jones. I am 27, and my involvement with Free Verse, I'm one of the founders of Free Verse. We started it in 2009.
Free Verse brings together poets from around the community. Some are high schoolers and some are Middlesex students, but all of them love the art of spoken word.
Spoken word poetry is the performance aspect of poetry. We like to give life into the work that we write down. Just kind of, perform and let the audience feel what we're feeling, and that's what we kind of stress with telling stories in spoken word.
5. Your body is approximately 3/4 water. You ask yourself how much. Your body is approximately 3/4 water. Your planet is approximately that an ocean. It feels so familiar. You just want to be a part of something bigger. 6. When you were 7, you went fishing in the harbor. The sudden yank of the fishing line and jerk of the fishing rod was one of many first battles. You felt like your heart was the one caught on the other end in this struggle with a magical dance you didn't know whether to hold on to or let yourself go.
We wanted to give young people an avenue to have their voices heard in the city. So we had been performing, well, me and the founders, which are Anthony Febo and Joey Bond, we had been performing as a group for a few years at this point. And we had started doing some youth work at a local youth organization and decided that we needed to help young people kind of find their voices and kind of create this avenue for them to feel heard.
A few members of our new generations were inspired by Free Verse's message of expression.
My freshman year of high school, my English classroom, Mrs. Murphy, she had Masada and Febo come into my classroom and perform spoken word. And in that classroom, I remember I was sitting in the front row, and Masada and Febo are standing right here, and they're individually performing, and I flipped my table, and I just wanted to do it. In my head, I was just like, that is the coolest thing I've ever heard. Like, I've never seen poetry like that before. I didn't know spoken word poetry existed until they walked into the room. My coach says crying is the most beautiful emotion anyone can show. I stopped dreaming about learning how to swim. My arms are tired of fighting the waves. I think about floating to the bottom of the sea.
When I first started performing, I was scared of everything. I didn't understand what to do. But my first pieces, performance pieces, were comedy pieces, so it was okay to get comfortable with what was going on. And I would pick it was weird. I would always pick one person in the audience to say yeah, these jokes are for you. This is for you. But then I started getting into more serious pieces that actually like were about how I felt and things like that, you know. Like I have a poem about my mother and how she was molested when she was young, and how it took her. I'm 18 now, and she only told me about it a few months, but not a few months now. Now it was like a year ago, actually in October. But she told me about it, and it screwed me up, and I didn't understand how someone could do that or why. And that was the first poem I really wrote about deep, like actually deep feelings. And when I perform this piece, it's like I'm in control of the room. Like I'm not even performing, I'm not telling a story, I'm sharing a part of myself with everyone in the room.
Free Verse is always looking for young people to find their voice.
Yeah, we open our workshops for young people like 13 and 19. We have workshops on Tuesdays, usually at LTC, which is on 246 Market Street. But if anybody's interested, they can check out our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/freeverseword. And we're working on like putting a new website together. But our email is hello@freeverseword.org, and you can see on the bottom right here.
One last question. So, if someone was to ask you what is spoken 101, like spoken word 101.
Wow, Linda, that was deep. Want to get involved in theater? One of our reporters, Glenn Cody, did a story on the school's improv group, Random Acts. Over to you, Glenn.
Every Wednesday night at the Annex Building, the Middlesex Community College improv group, Random Acts, meets to practice. As an active member of the group, I wanted to show our viewers a taste of what goes on here.
Let's just focus up a bit. Feet underneath the shoulders. Nice deep breath. Hands to the side. All right. Got the center of the chest. Just rotate it all the way around. Make sure your jaw is just a little
I was able to sit down with one of our most talented performers, Jamie.
Why did you join the group, and what does it mean to you?
Join Random Acts, you mean?
Yes, Random Acts.
Honestly, something to do. I was really enthralled by being in the improv class to begin with. Taking a couple of theater classes was just supposed to be something fun for me. And all of a sudden, I just got swallowed up in it, and it's just kind of magical to be part of a group like this for me.
A lot of our performers, myself included, feel the same as Jamie. We have a strong sense of commitment and dedication to the group. I sat down with Karen Oster, who has been the advisor for Random Acts for 2 years.
I'm here with Karen Oster. She's the head of Random Acts, the improv group at Middlesex Community College. So tell us a little bit about Random Acts in general. How did you get involved in it? How did you start it? Or whatever comes to mind.
Well, Random Acts is actually an improv group the improv group has been at Middlesex for a while. And probably within the past 2 years, we kind of changed it to the name Random Acts.
Yeah.
And so it's been in existence now for the past 2 years. Yep.
So with the group, we do a lot of different exercises to work with the performers. What is the exact purpose of these exercises, and how do they really help the performers grow and improve?
Well, the exercise, some are exercises that are specifically just that, exercises, and they're meant to, as you know, they're meant to actually kind of enhance or strengthen some of the core ideas that we have that we're trying to work with. And then there are games, or there are forms of improvs that are meant to be performed.
Yeah.
But they can also be exercises as well.
Because they're so much fun that it's kind of hard to remember that, like, oh yeah, we have to work on this, and we have to really think, and we have to really analyze and dissect them.
Of course, I saw the seminal classic that you two did see.
Yes, we sat in the dark.
It was marvelous. It really was scrumptious.
We'd like to plug upcoming events.
Of course, we have our Christmas show. So Random Acts will be performing their holiday show, which is just going to be a whole bunch of silliness. And they will be doing that on December 16th at 7 p.m. at the lower calf of the Lowell campus. And basically what you're going to be seeing is completely spontaneous. They take their cues off the audience. So some, as you know, there might be some words, some various different scenarios that we ask from the audience, and then they just kind of improvise around it. So what they're learning in rehearsals that we have is basically how to do that and how to not be afraid of it. So, and hopefully build some confidence. So it's a pretty silly night. So hopefully you can join us for that.
That sounds great. I'm Glenn with MCC News, and this is Karen Oster. Thank you.
Thank you, Glenn.
Thanks for the performance, Glenn. We've seen all these other exciting clubs here at Middlesex, but have you ever wanted to start your own? Well, Brad Polak is here to show you how to do it.
Hey everyone, my name's Brad and I'm here with MCC TV and I'm going to show you guys exactly how to create your own club here at the college. I caught up with a couple people and they're going to show you exactly how to do it. I'm here with Elizabeth at the Center for Leadership and Engagement, and why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us exactly what you do.
So I work here in the Center for Leadership and Engagement at Middlesex, and what we do is we get students involved on campus through clubs, through programs, all sorts of things, and we also have tons of leadership development opportunities. If you want to do something, this is where you come. All of the clubs are run through here. If you've always been like, I kind of want to get involved in leadership stuff, I kind of want to do public speaking, you can come here and we can direct you to where you need to go.
Students here can create a club about anything they like. We asked Elizabeth who you need to talk to and what you need to do to get started.
So what we do have is we have about 35 different clubs already, but there's always opportunity to start a new one. The first thing you have to do is meet with somebody in the Center for Leadership and Engagement. We have 2 offices, one here in Bedford, right here in this room, 200, in the campus center, or in Lowell's City Building on the 4th floor, 407. Set up that meeting, we'll walk you through the process. In order to be the most prepared, you should check out The Compass, which is our brand new website, and The Compass has all of the information right here. And what it does is it tells you exactly what needs to get done. So you're going to need an advisor, which is typically a faculty member. You're going to need 5 members. Those can be students, alumni, staff, but it has to be 5 people. You don't automatically get a budget, so you're going to have to go through and think about what stuff do you want to do, how much money you're going to need. You'll request that budget. And the Center for Leadership and Engagement will help you through all of that. And we just make sure that everything is taken care of so that you can be as successful as possible.
I met up with a club advisor to talk about her club and what they do. I'm here with Professor Bauer, the advisor for the up-and-coming Video Production Club. What exactly do you do as an advisor?
Well, at this point, since the club hasn't actually started, my role is really trying to help Nico recruit members. But the goal is eventually for the club to not only do individual projects and learn more about video production, sort of pursue what the members are interested in, but also to become sort of a force around campus, a production team, so that when different departments need videos made, if they need something covered, an event covered, we'll actually be able to do that kind of thing. So hopefully that's going to be a big aspect of the club.
The club actually only needs a couple more people to get started. Why do you think people should join this club?
Well, if you're at all interested in video production, this is a great way to kind of dip your toes into the field without necessarily taking a course, especially if you're thinking you might major in communications. This is a good way to see if this is the right thing for you. Another good reason is if you're in video production, if you're going into communications, if you're interested in filmmaking, journalism, this is an opportunity to put the skills you're learning in class to use in a way that you can then use that on your resume reel when you're applying for jobs or when you're looking to transfer to a 4-year school.
I asked a couple students if they were to create their own club, what would it be?
Well, a few friends of mine have been talking about trying to get like a little general podcast together, sort of like a little thing we were going to do as friends, kind of just like general stuff from music, entertainment, stuff like that.
It'd be a wrestling club.
What would you do in the wrestling club?
Wrestle.
Of course.
This is Brad Polak signing off for MCC TV. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Brad.
Well, that wraps up today's edition of MCC TV.
Check in next time as we take a closer look into life at Middlesex.
Have a good one.